G'day, welcome back to my run of Islanders, Island 5 that we're now jumping onto here. So let's go and see if we can have another nice run like that one. I think that our aim in this level, to give us a little bit... Oh, okay. Our aim in this one, I think, will be possibly survival. Yeah, cool. Water plateaus will definitely help. We'll be seeing if we can set up to have great placement for a temple. I think that'll be my my goal to start with. Now these guys are like trees, it looks like. So we can get some nice points off these guys real quick. It depends on where we can place them. Now they're going to be underneath the ground level no matter what. May as well sort of go for somewhere we can expand, so I guess that we can take some advantage of the statue. I don't want it too far underneath the island though. We want to be able to use all of the space that it's going to have. Let's go there. I guess since they'll sort of slot in with each other, being a little bit under for those extra points isn't too bad. That's a real tough choice. I don't see how the lumber is going to be overly usable in this one, because the very little amount of land that we've got, but it does seem like we're going to be... I mean, that's going to help. The fact that we're getting this one here that you can see we'll be able to accept fields on it. Possibly I actually should have separated that out to the others. To give us that bit more of an option in farming. But we put our farming over here. What do we think? So other option would be down here or up here. I'm going to put it over here, and I think that possibly what I'll do is any future ones that I get that will allow farming, I might try and join with this setup. So let's try and put it on an angle that will allow them to squeeze in a little bit more. Yeah, we'll definitely... 5 masons. I mean, if we're going to be getting plateaus the whole time, it's definitely going to make life a little bit easier. Now this is already sort of setting up to be a good spot that we could try and have a temple. So what we'll do is we'll start with him. I mean, he can be pretty removed from that monument and still get advantages from it, whereas these guys won't even get it even if they're directly under the hill from it. So let's get these guys to hug the statue. Let's have a look at our masons. So the masons like the statue too, but they don't like other masons. Like the city centre. I don't know how much the other people will appreciate being near it, so put him as far away as possible. See if we can flip around here and him on that side. Apparently gaining nothing from putting him over there, so we'll just hold on to him. And have a look at our next lot. Go to lumber, I suppose. Slot him in there. I mean, if nothing else, these plateaus are worth a fair bit of points. So if they keep giving them to us, we'll definitely sort of keep moving away along in a nice little way. Although you can see we're not very far through the island here. try and get him. Probably it's close but far away, I suppose, as we can. Sneak him in there. If there's anything of use we can do with these fields, not really. Go back to our mansions. Now we'll go the shaman. Oh, which one of those is going to be more of a... Might go with that one. Take the extra points, I suppose. Alright, so he's lost to not liking those masons, but we can get some nice points by... We have a 28 somewhere in there. Seven. He's not going to like being near the other one, so as good as we can possibly get is 15. Unless there's somewhere on this end of this island suits him better. So I'll take the 15. Him. Feels like a fisher could be problematic in this one, because I want to make sure he's far enough away that he's not going to affect our plateau building. He does like being near the city centre. Now I can't imagine that we're going to end up all the way over here. The plateau. As far away as we can put him. Sneak in a few more mansions. Now, the problem is that unless these mansions are near the city centre, they are not going to be worth much of anything. But we do want to try and sort of, I guess, visualize having a temple here. But what we want with the temple is we do want it completely surrounded. So we will, say, put these houses in, say, like this, that can go all the way around him. I will put him in even though he's not worth much, just because he does sort of suit that hook quite well. That there. Some nice points out of him. Becomes problematic that I don't want to just sort of lose money because or like sort of waste planning those guys because of how much I'm gonna sort of like it's too premature or whatnot. So I guess with these masons we just want to have them around. Whether it's worthwhile having them in the vicinity each other. It seems like the 8 could be worthwhile. Just in case someone likes being near masons, we can have them stacked nearby. I'll just take a 9 there. We'll start our huts off. We saw in our last level we can have as many huts as possible, just sort of building away. It's ideal. Now we don't want to put him there because we want one of the T-inner sections to fill that gap, so we might extend maybe out this way. Got to make a decision on where we want to start our little these guys' community. I mean, I would like a city centre to work them with, but I haven't also really set up much of a space that would be good for them. But quite possibly the temples like them too, so I could start in this section down here. Them. Let's just get these extra guys out of the way. Basically just wherever they'll fit. That we're going to get 9 for them, I think is the strategy. Right, so might have to go up this end just to get a bit more of the points for them. Because we are definitely lean on points in this build so far. Let's... Once we've got enough of them there, they'll at least get points off being near each other. Lovely. It's just what we'll take the brewing pack, I suppose. Now that farms are coming up and being offered to us, what we can do is... fit in there? Quite unevenly built there somehow. It's a shame. Yeah, I suppose we can also build its back on it. Let's just try one more time just in case I'm seeing something, but it doesn't look like I am. Oh, wow. That's why persistence pays off. Okay, now we did have the parks offered to us, so I think that what we want to try and do is build in a way that we can have... and he's going to be useless sort of up there. He's not going to be able to be near any of his fields. Basically what we want though is to be able to set up in a way that's going to mean that we can have parks that are built in the middle of this that are going to be able to see everything around them. It's questionable if we're going to be able to pull that off. It does feel dangerous that we're having to just plan a lot of guys here that are just for future prospects. If we don't make it to the end of a wave, we'd be sunk anyway. See, with all these guys, it's just nothing in the way of decent points. It's really going to hurt. And these guys aren't worth that much at this point. Yeah, some real concerns. Alright, I guess what we're going to have to do is sacrifice that space that we were going to hold for the... and we can sort of just push him out a little bit further this way. For the temple. We'll go to the parks, just to see if we can slot them in somewhere that'll give us good points. Speaking of good points, here's our saviour. Great if we could slot him into that gap. Because I think we need every point we can get for him. That's a nice little win, that guy. Definitely these can't be placed on the plateaus with the exception of that one. Build that there. So I think these guys are starting to stand out a bit more. Let's have a look at how this park looks over here. If there's anywhere that it can even be placed. It's not looking great. I mean, at least the long, thin ones might have a chance. Go there for now, just to somewhere to put it. Him in there. Go the tower. Same thing again, we'll extend out the town there. Oh yeah, little commoner houses that I would say are what's keeping us afloat at the moment. That's probably a bad move actually, those two spots, because I definitely could have put a park in there. So 7 points if we put it that way. But it seems like it's taking up a lot of space up there. What about down here? Can we get it on this ledge? Yeah, it's better. Got like masons, statues, houses. Mansions. Have we got the spot for you, buddy? And the only thing to keep in mind is that we could potentially get a second statue at some point. But I think that they're probably just going to have to embrace being on top of each other. So let's send him as far that way as we can get. Being the market, gold mine, mill, fisher, brickyard, mason brewery, statue, sawmill, seaweed farm. Not really anywhere that he's going to be of value, so we'll go to the plateau. Let's slot this guy in here. Could we push him? No, we can probably sneak in there, because what we can then do is go for another mason. Now we can take a loss by planting him here. Oh cool, we can make a gain. Because what we can do is we can take a gain of the houses that'll be able to see 3 of them, and yeah, utterly excited about the prospect. Still just not that many points for these guys. If I can get him, that's better. Like city center, like other plateaus, like statues and seaweed. So I actually likes the masons as well. Makes it sort of interesting. The 20 points if we push him right up against there, because he gets the 1 mason in the city centre. 24 points if we put in there. Anywhere else that we put him would probably be considered not as useful placement. So let's go there. Go to the circus. Cool. So we've got that land that we can build on. I almost wonder if what I should do is now put this over this side and build like the brewery on it. Or should I build it separate to that and build the brewery on it? So put it over here. Yeah, let's do that. Right, campaign of separation. Now, can the brewery get put on non-grass? It can. So with that in mind, a little bit more by putting it closer to here. One. And we only get 3 points for the placement of him there. 5 for the placement of this guy. Let's put the 2 of them down, and then the brewery down. That they don't like being near the flowers. It doesn't impact their happiness. Cool. Alright, let's make sure he's pushed up as close to that park as possible. Alright, now we're gonna need big things from this circus, like statues and houses. 28. Doesn't like mansions. We can get 39 out of him. That corner there, 40 I saw. Yeah, certainly take. Now I know the temples I don't think like the circuses, but I think he's far enough removed from where we were intending on putting that circus. Okay, let's have a look at our resort oasis. Plenty that he likes around here. I assume I could put him on a... Let's just find out. Can I put him on one of these? No, he needs to be on grass. So we might just have to hold on to him until we can get another plateau like that. And then plant him pretty center here. I don't think he's going to fit anywhere on that island. This is going to be a standoff again where I can assure it will fit in there. It's going to try and prove me wrong. I guess it's because you can see that the planks sort of overhang and they actually have to almost like perfectly maybe slot in for it to really see it. That's not gonna play with me today, I guess. I guess let's go that way. No, because maybe I can get a square one in there. That's fine. Let's just give some space around the tent. Maybe with the lumberjack first. What can we get? Maybe we want this guy first. As far back as possible, and then the lumberjack between the two, taking as many trees as he can. Oh, we're definitely scraping to stay alive in this one. Again, I don't think I can leave. I mean, there's a ton of space next to this town that a temple will be able to go, but I think that definitely it's on the back burner at the moment. The name of the game is survival. So 12 points over there. 8 points over there. let's build our little house. Cool. Definitely the tavern. Here. Only 9, so what's he not like that he's running into? I mean, there must be a... Or does it just start with a horrific negative? Alright, let's slot it in there. Okay, let's continue our little row. Make sure the doors are facing the right way. That plateau probably would have been a really good one to put over here for him if I ever get another one of those. Okay, wait is over. Let's have a look. So we are still rolling deep into negative. He hates that I've put a temple near it. What's he near it? 25. Okay, so if we sort of line up here and say this is where we want to put this, and he's our break glass in case of emergency, but until then we can try and put more houses around him, or are we going to gain more points for the houses if we put them near him and just take the 25 points? Now we'll build that there, just to ask the question, is there any more value him on that side? The answer is no. So 25, currently our best. Alright, let's have a look at our shaman, what his options are. 6 points if he goes really far off that way. 9 points if he goes down there. Now, is there anything else he likes? Flowers, he likes the temple. Statue. So you could get 10 points if you could see the statue and the temple. I mean, he'd have to be around, but not close enough to the city centre, so not really going to kick too many goals with him. Now, this guy, on the other hand, we can make some big points. So the question would be, what are we going to gain from the houses? Because they can see the city centre. They're going to get 6 for every one of them. So if we were to put him here, we would get 32, but it would be then an investment in the houses we can build around him. Supposed to say 43 there. I think we'll take the 32 as far back as we can get it, so that we can continually build houses around him. As you can see already, he's that's a chipper little house, getting to be first in line. And if they can keep giving us houses in these next few rounds, we might actually survive. Alright, there's probably enough houses now and stuff up here that we can start to decimate our lumberjacks and take advantage. There's nothing much of that we're using, except I suppose the masons. We can have a look to see if 28 for him. Yeah, we'll claim that. Okay. So this is where we start to work this out. So we're getting 10 per house that's nearby, and he's worth 25. These guys would give us Nothing? Nothing for being near a temple? Is that right? No, 2 for being near a temple. But the cost, we'd only get 4 for putting him here at all, so we'd get 6 for putting him there if the temple was there. Almost doesn't seem worth the cost, but if we put them close enough to these sort of edges, so say for example if we do put him here, he will come under that range, and so now we get the 35. We've just got to try and be aware of where we're putting them, that we're getting something out of them. Will again then benefit him, because he's our trump card at this point, I would say. Okay, cool. Now speaking of trump cards, there is our next plateau that we can put farmland on, so we'll try and edge that in as much as we can. See if our resort can give us a big payday too. Beautiful. That's what we like to see. That's a nice win, that one. We'll take the market. That's another yield one. Let's connect him. Yeah. Cool, we can have them run across it, which does make that a little bit easier. Does mean too, if we get a long one, we can run them at the back there. So it's 12 points if we put him there. 3 if he's over there. 8 there, but let's have a look on this top island up here. Possibly all the good spots have now been taken up. Go back up here. Get 13 for sneaking him in there. Now, based on this much this guy loves houses and statues, you got to think that they're going to love being up here, despite the decimation they're going to take from being near another tower. Try and keep the flowers, I guess. Just stack him. I see a 35 or something. Doubt it. I think the only thing he's doing is losing stuff to the tower, and that's about it. Alright, like I normally say, walls are pretty much end game, so we can ignore them, and we'll try for the seaweed instead. Now for our seaweed farm, I suppose we want to try and put them at the back here. Now, is there anything else he likes? Statues, not too much. So let's put our next plateau in. Let's see if we can get... That's something there, apparently not. No, good. And slot another house into... $15. $22. So I'll look for the shaman. Because generally shaman situations don't ever get better, they only get worse. 9. Take the 9. Lumberjack. 6. 11. Sneak this fisherman into this corner here. Market loves warehouses, loves city centres, loves houses and mansions. So let's have a look what we can... So 50, 58 if we put him there. Oh, yes. And he can just touch that. That warehouse. Now the question is, does this guy have any thoughts on markets? does not like them. But I think we're far enough removed back here that that's not going to be a problem. That's a nice little learner, that one. Balloon. Balloons are pretty nice. Insert as well. We usually do pretty well with the balloon. Anything over here that the fish is gonna like? No. Maybe we can slot the fisher all the way in here, I suppose. He likes the resort oasis. He likes markets, towers, circus, and statues. So, yeah. But I assume he doesn't like other balloons or temples. Cool. So it's definitely best off doing this before we get the temple. And then what we'll try and do is put him as far this way as possible. Does the temple not like balloons? Temple doesn't care. Go to the monument. Let's see if we can slide in there. It does feel like that's going to fit. There we go. Jump the gun and moving. Got another circus as well. So it doesn't like other circuses, so the closest we can get is that. But as long as we're getting more houses, we know where we're putting our houses in. So every time we do that, we might be able to increase the value of the circus if we do end up putting it on top of this plateau. Okay, so our monument. He likes temples, he likes city centers, he likes parks and statues, and he's got a pretty big brain, so we probably don't want to put him in until we've got the temple in place, because it's going to be in this area here, so he will be touching it, I think. This guy can slide all the way over there. 45. Now, we certainly have a bit more luxury in being able to not have that much money not have that much money gained from placing these houses, because we know that each time we do, it's an investment in getting more for this guy. So that's sort of what we've got to keep in mind at this stage. Now we also have to keep in mind that we can't make him move any further that way than here. So for that monument, yeah, he'll still see him there, so cool. We definitely want to make sure we don't forget that for that monument, but the only things that we'd really build here would be mansions, so we know what our mansion's goal is at the moment, so we should be alright. Yeah, we've got another tower. So his best bet is going to be being built far away from the other towers. So we've got 33, 38. It was that 38 in here. We'll take that. Look at, I think I've already sussed that out, that we know we can gain more money the longer we wait on our circus. These long ones, we'll see if we can fit in here anywhere. Not really. For anything of worth. Let's just sort of slot him on the edge there. Now, this guy, we could probably, yeah, get some great points for him if we put him up top. Seeing a bit of everything except the two other town halls. Yeah, we'll go some wall plateaus, why not? Oh, that gave us a hearty amount of them. Being near trees, sawmills, statues. I wonder how much I can get for them. I'll put him over here just because we're getting a few more points for the placement there. And that gives us another mansion. Mansion doesn't mind the market, so we can slot him in there. I wonder if we can get more for these guys. So we can get 15, 16, but they can now get 18, 19 from up here. We can't. There's that 1 mil that they don't like. That I suppose if I put him there, they'll be happy. So let's have a look at what we can do with these. If we can put them above town at all on this side, so that we can stack above. Possibly we're just going for the points of the placement of this thing, I'd say. Top of the wall. Still 14 points to place him in there. Have a look if there's anywhere better. I'm not sure there will be. Oh, I guess if we get him somewhere in the zone of these guys. Now what does he think about fishes? He does not eat them. So let's stick them in there. Lumberjack. Probably not expecting too many points out of this guy no matter where we put him. 3 points over there. 1 point. 2 points. There's a 3 somewhere in there. Oh, put him over here. Although I think the resorts don't like him, so just to avoid ruining a potential second resort we get, I'll dump him this way. Let's go for our seaweed farm. Now, does he care about seaweed farms at all? Got a weird little one he has. Doesn't seem to be too bothered. 4 down there, 28 there. Definitely made a mistake putting that park on that side. We can point him that way to just get a few extra points. And get his seaweed. Again with these, I'm going for points. There's a 19 I keep seeing over here. We can just stack them on top of each other, I guess. 24? Where was that 24? There. That could be an interesting spot to put it. I can't see myself using the land over here, so take that 21 as well. So my question then becomes, can I place a temple up here for an absurd... That escalated. Certainly escalated. And did I see 129 there? There's somewhere in there. Yeah, that one's it's a healthy little bit of money. And the only thing he doesn't like is another market. That little farm is coming back to haunt me. There we go. Some nice, really heavy swings in these last rounds, because we still haven't even hit this island over here yet. We are... Alright, so can we get 63? So he really likes parks too. So... Alright, so with that in mind, he's getting 8 per park. fit him down here. So take note of the space up the top there that we could put parks. We're not getting much in the way of park. There's nowhere down here I can put a park either, is there? You wouldn't see it all the way over there. 71. I mean, we'll take 71, I suppose. Oh, we made it. It was definitely touch and go there for a while. Okay, so let's see if we can get this guy a place that he doesn't... Oh. Perfect. It's the 6 under there that they're loving. Right. We could just get more houses. We'd be sitting real pretty, I think. So we can just keep upping this guy's points as they come in. No real place we can land him, but we should be able to get this guy a nice score over here. So with that in mind, get him near the resort. We can get a little bit of money for him and just up this guy's value a bit more. Another warehouse. So our warehouses liked markets. Hates being near another warehouse. Likes the fishery. Likes a lot of what's going on up here. We can think on him for a little bit. Yeah, sounds good. Cool. Let's sneak that guy just in to see both. Alright, twisted him away, they can get the 36. We'll take that. Like I said, the shamans are only going to really lose us money to a certain point. Although they do like, he does like the seaweed farms. And trees, but... have his own little island. Okay, the warehouse just doesn't like other warehouses. Doesn't care about mansions though. Just likes the farming aspects of things. Still anything, so 17 up there. Not much of anything over here that he cares about. He wouldn't fit anyway. $19. So this is where we're talking. 25. So he can take the spot of the... temple. This is definitely where they give me another temple and I don't have my spot anymore. He doesn't like the market though. Sorry, the warehouse. them and a... 20. He likes being near the plateau and he likes being near the circus. If I can get more points for him on that side. What can we get? 23. 23 over here. 28, I think I saw. 28. Another 28. 31. Take 31. Lumberjack, I'm not sure we can get much of anything out of at this point. 2, 3, we'll take 3. Alright. Let's see what we can get for, if we can sort these into some spots where there's something on both sides. Generally everyone hates being near a wall, so try and avoid using them if we can. Another sawmill. 15. 26. Do it. Another resort oasis. Now, wow, it's a lucky that I've left that space there. Jump on that. We have a lot of parks. Got 26. 26 there as well. What else? 17. 11 there. Only if there's a spot where we can slide it in where there's stuff on either side of him. 23. So it's a huge hit to be anywhere near the other windmills, so we're best off connecting to just those couple, I suppose. I guess I could have planned another one before I put him down. Alrighty. Definitely fountain heavy over there, so it's time these guys got to enjoy something. I think possibly every time I get a house I try and fit him into that gap to be reminded that it doesn't work. I hate the walls. Seven, 14, 15. Go to 15. And we can't get that guy close enough to take that. 19. There are 15 in there, we'll take that. Alright, now let's see if we can get some money for for anything for these guys. I think we're gonna be very skimp. Another one back there, cool. Seven, 8. I'll take 8. Don't know where my 8 was there. Got 7. Oh, no. We'll just continue to sit on our huge stack of bucks. Alright. Shamans do love these. Let's make it 10. That's as good as we'll get. Yeah, he hates being near another shaman more than he hates being near the mason. Sure there'll be too many spots. Oh, that's alright. 26, 30. Be somewhere where you can sort of just see the stuff without actually being attached to. Almost like he's looking away. $14, 15, 16. To our farms. Right? Bucks. Alright. This could be our dying breaths, I'd say. Can we see anything better than 2? Five. Well, otherwise it looks like 2 might be it. 3. Did we make it? Haha. Okay, the plateau likes city centers, masons, statues, seaweed fields. Well, 16 over here. 29. 29 looks to be the winner. 31, 32, 33. Let's get him all the way in there. Surprise big numbers in this last pieces. Okay. Yeah, just the house. So this would have to be a pretty monumental placement for this house to save us. $23. Alright, there we go. Now zoom out a little bit there so we can admire our full island. Definitely felt like we went with nice capacity there. And I guess that we definitely did enough in the end to get to Island 6. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below, and I'll see you next time for Island 6. Till then, catch you later. See ya.